Look how they massacred my boy. What is this? Oh, this looks like a really, really bad YouTube thumbnail. Oh my god. It's so bad that people were asking whether or not it's real. And Magic the Gathering official account had to come up and say, yeah, it's real. Like, just stop questioning. This is legit. It's official Magic the Gathering art. And it's historic. But wait, there is more. Are you ready? Are you ready to see the... Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. This is why it's called Go Woke, Go Broke. A lot of people just don't understand it, and I'll explain it again. The wokeness in itself isn't the problem. The wokeness is the symptom. Because, you see, people who are woke, hyper woke especially, they do not have talent. If they had talent, then they would not be woke. People who have talent are usually arrogant pricks, complete assholes. I mean, when you go to a company and you see someone that's highly talented, doesn't matter what the company is. Like, let's say you go to KFC and you see the biggest prick, the biggest asshole, chances are that is the most talented employee. And these people that are very talented, they have absolutely no problem with speaking their mind. And the reason they do this is because they know they're talented. So they know they're useful to the company. I mean, these people that are very, very talented, they can work almost anywhere. They don't care if they lose their job. They can go to a competitor and they're going to be hired simply because they're that good. Now, when the woke comes into a company, the woke is a person that kind of knows he's not supposed to be there, but it's usually through some diversity initiative that they managed to get in, or it's because they had connections with HR, or, they kind of know that they're not supposed to be there. Like, for example, usually this happens with Zoe Quinn, right? So Marvel. Like, Zoe Quinn, if you look at her, she never talked about comic books before. She never showed any interest in them. But because she was a feminist, right, she got in as the diversity hire. It's like, oh yeah, we have women in comics now. And she kind of knows like she doesn't belong there. She kind of feels that, she's at risk because she doesn't have the talent. She got in through the back door, if you will. And these type of people, they feel threatened by the talent. And the way to get rid of the talent is through wokeness. Like, they will go through the person that's talented, they will go through their social media account, they will find like something that they said which is problematic, or they will go to HR and they will file a petition, they will misinterpret some interaction and they will say it's harassment. And the more people you have that are hyper woke, the less talent you'll get, because these people are going to try to push the talent away because they feel threatened by the talent. They feel actively threatened. And when a company has woke people in it, it loses the talent until you get something like this, okay? If you look at previous Magic the Gathering art, it is something that requires talent to do. This right here is something that I can do in Photoshop. Like, this isn't talented at all. This is literally like anyone can do it. They stop running the company as a business and they start running the company as a commune. Because they're not looking for talent. They're looking for woke. They're looking for ideological conformity. They're looking for hiring their friends, hiring their acquaintances. Because now these people take over the company. Like, you need to understand the way companies work nowadays is that they push through HR. What is HR? It's the human resources. It's the people that do the hiring and the firing. A lot of people say, oh, there's a lot of male CEOs out there and they have all the power because they're men and they're CEOs. No. The power is with the people that get to hire and fire. And overwhelmingly, it's a job for white women, by the way, HR. All right? That's where the power is. That's the people that hold the power in a company. And they're the ones interested in empire building. I mean, think about it this way. Take any company you want. If you allow me to do the hiring and the firing, and I hire only hardcore Christians, I hire only Bible thumpers, like I don't care about the talent. I just want to hire Christians in that company. Don't you think it's going to change not only the end product of the company and the quality of it, because all of a sudden I'm not hiring for quality, but it's going to change the mindset. It's going to change the corporate culture. It's like over the past of a couple of years, if I only hire hardcore Christians, you're going to see major changes at the company. And eventually, like those hardcore Christians are going to start purging the atheists and purging the other Christians that aren't as hardcore as they are. It's going to happen. I mean, we've seen it happen in the past. And that's the problem. Like HR only focuses on hiring woke people. The moment the wokes manage to infest HR, the entire company is corrupt. And the problem is like, because I really don't care. I don't work at these companies. So I don't care who they hire. Like what I do care is the product that they're putting out. And this is the product that they're putting out. And you get to see it with a lot of other games, So when people ask me, it's like, oh, why are you upset? It's just like a press statement that they had. Or it's just like an off-the-cuff joke that an employee made. And I'm like, look, I don't mind it. It's like, why do you mind that Battlefield 5 has a woman on the box? It's like, I don't mind the fact that it has a woman on the box, okay? But this is a World War game, and the setting is the Second World War, and you're showing me not only just a woman on the box, but you're showing me a woman with a mechanical arm. Like, the only reason they did this is because they're targeting the woke demographic. And the only reason they would target the woke demographic is they're already infested by the woke. So it's not the problem, the fact that, a company talks about inclusion, a company talks about diversity, a company talks about, all these leftist dog whistles. That's not the issue. That's the symptom. That's the symptom. It's like a person with terminal cancer. They start coughing blood. Coughing blood in itself, like a few drops of blood, isn't going to kill you. But it's a symptom. It shows that the problem is far more serious, and it's deeper than that. I mean, take, for example, the Vampire the Masquerade, okay, the previous game. They were all about the dog whistles. They were like, in this game, you're going to have like trigger warnings before every mission. And we made sure that the game is very progressive. And if you're a fascist, you're not allowed to play that game. It's in the rules. All of those aren't the problem, okay? Like that's not the issue. The issue is that these are dog whistles because your company is already completely infested with corrupt, talentless people. And as such, the company decided to terminate. Why do I get so many notifications? Like, is this the third one? I don't know. I'm sorry about it. I just woke up. I need to rant. But yeah, the company had to completely fire the entire team and delay the project. Why is that? It's because it was already completely unworkable. Like but think about it this way. Like, if you're a company and you focus more on ideological purity, you're going to create a toxic environment regardless of what the ideology is. Again, it could be just Christians, right? Like just focusing on having like your company filled with Bible thumpers, like hardcore Christian. You don't know the Bible quote, you can't work here. If you were to do something like that, it would still impact the end product because you're not focusing on what's important. Like what's important is the quality of the product, the quality of the people that are there, and also not to make the environment toxic. I mean, I did speak with people who work at these corporations. They feel like anything they do, they might set off alarms and they might get like the Inquisition to descend upon them. And I'm sorry, but that's not a workplace that makes people happy. That's not a workplace that makes people enjoy being there. And this is what you're getting. Would you spend money on this? Like, be honest. Would you spend a single dollar on this game? Because at this point, I would rather just doodle my own cards. I think I would do a better job. Just like. And you know what this feels like to me? It feels like the person who started drawing this, they had a concept and they began doing some proper work, but then they were told they have to finish within 2 minutes, so they hurried up, they rushed it, and it's like, hey, they turned in the project. I'll tell you what I think happened though. Like the only reason that I think that these got pushed is because you notice the person doing this is androgynous, right? I mean, it looks like a person with the body of a woman, but it kind of looks like manlish with a strong jawline. So it's like this, like this cultural push. It's like, oh, they're changing society through their card game. if you're the editor or whomever gets to greenlight this, you probably don't want to criticize it, because then you're going to be viewed as a bigot. And I think this is why it actually got passed. I can't explain it any other way. I mean, like, this wouldn't fly. This doesn't look professional. Again, like, people on the internet can do a better stuff for free. This is absolutely ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment sections. Take care.